Hi all, in this session we are going to learn about Network Security Group, simply called as NSG. Here we can learn what is NSG, how to create NSG, where we are going to use this NSG, everything we are going to discuss in detail, and I am going to show to you in a practical manner as well. Let us quickly understand what do you mean by Network Security Group. Here, generally, NSG is used to filter the network traffic. In simple terminology, I can say NSG is used to filter inbound and outbound traffic to the Azure resources which we had created over Azure Virtual Network. Means here, with the help of the NSG rules, I am going to filter the inbound and outbound traffic for the Azure resources, whatever the resources it may be, which we had created inside of the virtual network. With the help of the NSG rules, I am going to filter the network traffic. Means if any traffic comes to my Azure virtual resource, based on the rules which I had defined, either the traffic will be allowed or denied. On what basis I am going to define the rules? Here, while defining the rules in NSG, I am going to follow some strategy like 5 triple hash. Like what the things I need to consider? I need to consider source, source port, destination, destination port, and protocol. These 5 things which I am going to consider while making any kind of NSG rule. And these NSG security rules are evaluated by using priority. Means even though the rules has been implemented with the 5 tuple information, but these rules are evaluated with the help of priority. Means I am going to set one priority number. Based on the priority number, it is going to execute accordingly. Here, lesser the priority number means high the priority. Higher the priority number means lower the priority. And where we are going to apply? Here, suppose you are creating one NSG rule. Where you are going to apply? My answer is here you can apply the NSG on top of NIC. NIC stands for Network Interface Code, or on top of subnet. Guys, understood? NSG can be applied on top of VM or NIC. Both are same. Every mission, every virtual machine has a NIC. If the mission is there without NIC, it's a kind of dead mission. No mission will be there without having the NIC, because of without NIC, it is not able to communicate with anyone. If the mission didn't have the NIC code, then simply we can call as a dead mission. Okay, guys. Here NSG can be applied on top of virtual machine or on top of subnet. Means on top of subnet means where we are going to apply on multiple VMs, because of inside the subnet we are going to create multiple VMs. If I applied the NSG rule on top of subnet, means it is clearly indicating that I am going to apply on top of multiple resources. I am going to show to you practical, guys. Then you will have some kind of better understanding. Quickly, I am going to log into the Azure portal. Yes. And I am going to create one resource group. RG Network or RG NSG. I am going to select the region Australia East. Just click on review plus create. Once the resource group has been successfully created, I am going to create one virtual network as well. Here, just click on create. Right now I don't have any virtual network which is currently available with me. So I am going to create one new virtual network. So here it is going to create. The first thing is I need to select the resource group. I am going to select the resource group as RGNSG, and here I am going to select as VNet1, virtual network 1. So I am going to select the same region where my resource group has been created. Just click on next. Without disturbing anything, just click on next. Here I am going to select one subnet. The address space is I am going to select the default one which has been provided by the Azure, that is 10.0.0.0/16. Here I will get 65,536 IP addresses, and one default subnet will be created along with this network. Suppose if you want to create one more subnet, just click on here plus symbol. Here you can mention subnet 1, and here the series is 10.0.1.0 to 10.0.255. This is the IP series which we will get, and if you want to make it as a private IP address, you can enable, otherwise you can disable this option, and by leaving each and everything, just click on add and click on review plus create. It is going to validate your virtual network, and once the validation has been successful, it is going to pop out the create option. You just need to click on create, then automatically it is going to deploy your virtual network. Here, as I told to you, while for creating virtual network, the Azure is not going to charge you. If you create any kind of resources inside of this virtual network, then only the Azure is going to charge out you. But right now I just created one virtual network. Here if you go to the virtual network, just refresh, then the virtual network which you had created just now, it is visible here, VNet1. Remember guys, we have virtual network is in Azure, it is going to show out in a graphical representation as less than, greater than, in middle three dots we have. This is a symbolic expression for the virtual network in Azure. Wherever you see less than, greater than, in between three dots, you can understand that is a virtual network. Okay, fine. I am going to create one virtual machine inside of the virtual network just now I had created. Just click on create, select Azure virtual machine. So here click on the resource group RG NSG. Here I am going to select the VM name as VM1, and I am going to select the region as Australia East only. I am going to select no infrastructure redundancy required. So yeah, here security I am going to select the standard, so that will fulfill my requirement. I am going to select the image Windows Server 2009 and come down. I am going to select the size as standard DS1 V2 3.5 GB. So this is enough. This configuration is enough size. So here I am going to set the username devtester928, and I am going to define the password for the VM which I am going to create. These are all things we had seen several times guys, do not forget. Here just observe guys, here in the earlier sessions whenever we are going to create any VM, here I am going to enable these inbound ports like HTTP, HTTPS and RDP for Windows machine. If it is a Linux machine, I am going to enable SH as a remote desktop protocol. Here right now I am going to disable all the inbound ports. Here I am going to select none. Public inbound ports, here I am going to select none, means RDP is not allowed for Windows servers, HTTP is not allowed, HTTPS is not allowed, and SSH is also not allowed. RDP is for Windows machines, SSH is for Linux machines. All the ports has been disabled. Right now I cannot be able to access any machine with the help of RDP or SSH. Simply come down and without disturbing anything, just review plus create. Oh my god guys, so just a moment. So I need to create. Okay, I am going to previous option. Here go to previous option, because of right now we have, suppose, yes, it has been taken VNet1. So because of right now we have the VNet1. So VNet1 I am going to create in the default. Suppose if you want to create the same in the subnet one, you can select the subnet one, and if you want the public IP, you can make this public IP. And remember guys, while creating the VM, you have the option here, NIC Network Security Group. Here if you select basic, what will happen? The network security with basic configuration has been created and it will be allocated to your VM NIC. Otherwise, if you want to choose the required NSG rule to your virtual machine, then what you will do? You need to click on the advanced option. Once you click on the advanced option, you have some kind of options. You need to select which NSG you want, and based on, you need to choose that particular NSG. Which NSG rule you want, you can select a particular NSG and that will be applicable to your virtual machine. Right now I am going to choose some kind of basic. Then what will happen? It is going to create one NSG with the name of virtual machine, and it has been put on top of NIC or VM. And public inbound ports, I just disable all the options. So that's why it is showing as none. And delete public IP and then when VM is deleted. Yes, enable this option. And leaving everything default, just click on review plus create. So what I had done up to now, I just created one resource group. Inside of resource group, I had created one virtual network. The name of the virtual network is VNet1, and I had created one subnet as well. The name of the subnet is subnet1, and that is a public subnet because of I didn't enable the private subnet. So that's why it's a kind of public subnet. And then after that, I simply created one virtual machine inside of the virtual network which I had created. The name of the VM is VM1, and I am not allowed any ports. That means RDP or SSH or HTTP or HTTPS. I didn't enable any port. Even though the machine is equipped with the public IP, I cannot be able to access the machine with the help of RDP protocol because of the port which has been used by the RDP. I just disable it. Because of the feature, by default, I cannot be able to access the VM1 with the help of RDP protocol. So I'm going to show it to you in a practical manner. Just wait, guys. So right now, the deployment of VM1 is in progress. Once the VM deployment has been successfully done, I'm going to show to you some basic NSG. Here I had choose the NSG as basic, means one NSG will be created with the name of VM. It is going to apply on top of NIC of the VM. So here what kind of basic rules we have in basic NSG, I am going to show to you guys. By default we will have 3 inbound rules and 3 outbound rules are there. Even though we select the basic NSG, what we will have 3 inbound rules and 3 outbound rules we will have. So I am going to show to you each and everything in a practical manner. Then you will have some kind of better understanding what exactly it is. Yes, successfully my VM deployment is done. So here if I want to show to you where I need to go to networking, because of these all the concepts which comes under networking only. So that's why inside the networking I have the options. Just go to network settings. In network you have the network settings. Inside of the network, here if you see here, as I told you now, one NSG will be created on the name of VM name. Here the VM name is VM1. So VM1 hyphen NSG. This is the basic VM. So in basic NSG, what we will have, it will be created with some basic 3 inbound rules and 3 outbound rules. Here what are the 3 default? So if you click on here, wait guys, here calm down, come to click inbound rule. Yeah, so these are the default rules, and these default rules we can't be able to edit or delete. This will be by default. We can't be able to delete or modify these 3 rules in inbound rules, the 3 rules in outbound rules as well. And let us understand about the inbound port rules. Here, as I told to you, we have 5 triple hash rules like source port, destination port, protocol. So here with the help of these things only I can be able to set whether the traffic is allowed or not, and it has been evaluated with the help of priority. Based on the priority which I had set, it is going to allow or deny. Lower the priority, higher the priority, means high priority will be there. Lower the number, high priority will be there. Higher the number, lower priority will be there. So come to the first inbound 3 rules. Like here, based on the scenario, here we are considering about the inbound port rules, means the traffic which comes towards the Azure resource. Assume you are a VM, means if you are VM, the traffic comes from the outside, that source is outside, destination is you, means you are the VM. Assume like that, you think like that only. So here we are thinking about the inbound traffic. So source from any and destination to any VM, allowed or denied? Denied, means from any to, from internet to, from any to any, it has been denied. Suppose the source is Azure load balancer and the destination is any VM. Is it allowed or not? Yes. If the source is, if the traffic is came from Azure load balancer, the VM is going to accept the traffic. And if the source is from virtual network, means you are getting the traffic from another virtual network of Azure. So is it going to allow or not? Yes. If it is going virtual network to virtual network, the traffic is allowed. From load balancer to any VM, it is allowed. From any to any, it is disabled. And the similar way, we need to understand about the outbound port rules as well. Fine. Here, come to the first. Here, we need to consider as the traffic which comes outgoing from the virtual machine. From VM, here, the what is the source? VM is the source. From VM to any, means any to any, is it enabled? No. Is it by default? It is not enabled. And any to internet, means if from this VM I can be connected to any VM? No. Any to any is DENY. Here from source is any VM to internet is allowed or denied? Yes, it has been allowed. As I told to you earlier, by default when you create any VM inside of the virtual network, by default it can be able to access the outbound traffic. Means with the help of the virtual machine I can be able to browse the internet, but the inbound traffic is not allowed. Means if I want to allow the inbound traffic to the virtual machine, what I need to do? I need to attach NSG rule or the Azure load balancer. Based on the rules which we are defined, accordingly it is going to get the inbound traffic. Otherwise by default inbound traffic will be restricted. Only the mission or resource will be able to access the internet by default. It is the architecture of Azure. At the same time, what other source? Whatever the resources which I had created over the Azure virtual network, by default it will be able to communicate with each other. It is also one of the features because of all these resources are created under one resource group. If all are in one class, then you can be able to communicate with other person or not. In the similar way, the resources which we are going to create inside of virtual network by default will be able to communicate with all the resources which are in the same virtual network. This is the architecture which has been designed by the Azure. Fine. So these are the three inbound port rules and these are the three outbound port rules. Guys, just please be focused on this. In interviews as well, you will get a questions from this. So what are the default inbound port rules and what are the default outbound port rules are there? So you need to remember this. You need to write somewhere and just please focus on it, guys. You must and should need to understand what are the default inbound port rules and what are the default outbound port rules. By default, you need to explain to the interviewer when he asks a question about that inbound port rules or outbound port rules. Guys, write in somewhere on your notes, then you can practice it while preparing for any kind of interviews. And here, because of this reason, here did I allow any RDP here? No. If I enable the RDP here, what will happen? So incoming traffic means if I try to access from my laptop, means it is also kind of one inbound traffic. Here I am going to access the mission with the help of RDP protocol. What it will be suggesting? Can I able to connect? No, because of here RDP is disabled. I am going to show to you guys the same thing. Just click on connect and click on RDP. The file will be downloaded. Just open the file, click on connect. Just check. Even though your mission is in the having the public IP, is having the network interface card, everything is okay, but you cannot be able to connect to the VM because of RDP protocol has been disabled. So RDP is the remote desktop protocol which is used to access the Windows machine on remotely. Here it is throwing an error. So what I need to do here, I need to make the port to be open. Where I am going to open? Here, go to network settings. Here in NSG, just click on the VM. Here you will be able to enter into the, yes. Right now you are in the NSG. Please focus, guys. So these are the three inbound rules. These are the three outbound rules. Okay. Here what I am going to need, I need to allow the inbound traffic. Means somebody is going to access my mission with the help of RDP protocol. So I am going to allow inbound traffic. So here what I need to do, I need to make some modification to the inbound security rule. So here where you are going to create, so here you need to go to settings. Here you have inbound security rules. Click on inbound security rules. If you want to add any other new rule, just click on add here. Here, click on source. Source, you want to set the sources. You want to set anywhere or any IP address or any my IP address or service tag or application security group. So regarding application security group, we will discuss in the further sessions. So for now, just this is also the one of the service which is used to logically group of VMs while allowing the traffic based on the nature of the application which is going to run over the VM. It is going to allow the traffic. Sometimes it is going to allow the traffic to the web servers only. Sometimes it is going to allow the traffic from web server to network security application server, from application server to DB server. How we are going to route the traffic based on the nature of the application which is going to run on top of the VM. So we are going to use the application security group. Here we are going to make logical grouping of VMs. So regarding that we are going to discuss in the upcoming sessions. But right now, here from where is the source? Here you need to set any. If you set any IP address, so from which specific IP address you want to allow. Okay. Yes, I am going to select any. Here if I select the source as any, from anywhere I can be able to access my VM. And here the source port range is star. I am going to set as star, means any. Star means any. Destination. Destination is also any. Destination is also any. And service, which service you want to allow? RDP. So here you are going to allow RDP. And here you need to set the priority number. As I told you, it is going to evaluate the rules based on the priority number. Lower the number, higher the priority. Higher the number, lower the priority. So from where to where I can be able to set the priority number? 100 to some around 4096. Let us understand. So can I set the number as 1? No. It is going to allow me to set the numbers between the 100 to 4096. Here I am going to mention 110 as my rule. 110. Here it is going to allow, means I am going to allow the port from source is any, destination is also my VM, that is going to any. I am going to allow the protocol RDP, and the action which it need to be followed is allow, means it is going to allow the traffic. If you deny, it is not allowing the RDP. If you allow, it is going to allow the traffic. Here I am going to set the priority as 110. We can set any number between 100 to 4096. Here if you want to make destination, allowing RDP access to my VM. Okay, just click on add. So here the NSG rule has been added. Here because of the rule which I had set, right now if I try to access the mission with the help of the RDP protocol, it is going to allow me in order to take the mission on remotely. So let me check. So refresh, go to home, go to virtual mission, just click on the virtual mission. So here click on connect, just click on connect. So again I am going to download the RDP file. So once the file has been downloaded, just wait a moment. Okay, the file is downloaded successfully. Just click on connect, then let us see. Yes, right now I can be able to connect to the VM. It is asking me password pop up, so I am going to pass the password. Still you have doubt whether you will be able to connect to the VM or not. Obviously you will be able to connect. I am going to show to each and everything, guys, don't worry. So here I am going to try to connect to the VM which I am going to create over. Okay, so in this way we can be able to modify the NSG rules, to modify the inbound or outbound rules in order to allow or deny the inbound or outbound traffic. Suppose regarding priority, I have make some lab for you, so I'm going to show to you guys, just a moment. So here go to VM, go to network settings. Here where it is, so go to VM1 NSG. So inside of the NSG, what I will do, here I had set 110. So it is going to read all the priority values. Suppose in 110 priority I had mentioned allow RDP. Suppose if I mention 109 priority to deny the RDP, will it deny or allow? Let me check. Right now, because of the priority value 110, it is going to allow RDP. So the same thing I am going to show to you guys. Here I am going to create one more inbound rule. Here I need to select any. Means the source is any. The source port register star means any port, and destination is also any, and the custom the service I want to use is RDP. Here I am going to deny, and the priority number I am going to set is 109. Earlier for the priority 110, 110, the next number to the 109 is going to allow the RDP traffic. But by using the 109, which is lesser priority, means the lesser number means higher priority. So it is going to deny the RDP traffic to my virtual machine. Deny RDP access to VM1. Okay, I am going to add. Here in the earlier I had allowed by using the priority number 110, but right now with the help of the 109 priority, first which priority will be executed, 110 or 109? 109 will be executed because of lower the priority number, higher the priority. So right now I cannot be able to access the mission with the help of RDP protocol. Earlier I make RDP protocol to be enabled. Right now I just disable it. So same thing I am going to check out to you guys. So here click on VM, click on connect, click on download RDP file. Yes, open the file and try to connect to the VM. It is not going to allow you to connect to the VM right now because of the priority number which you had set. The 109 is lesser than the priority number which you set for allow. By default, the lower number with higher priority will be executed first. So because of the NSG is not allowing to access the mission with the help of RDP protocol. So in this way, in the real time as well, we are going to implement the NSG rules based on the requirement. Okay, and not only inbound traffic, guys, we can set outbound traffic as well. Suppose if your mission want to access something, so it need to be allow. So then where you will be do? Calm down. Here outbound security rule. So here if you want to add any other rule, here from source is your VM only as source, and destination is star, okay, any, and service. Here which service you want, suppose if you want to set which service we are generally used, okay, MySQL. So I just want to allow the outbound traffic to the MS SQL. The port number is 1433. I am going to allow with the priority value 125. Okay, just click on add. How many rules you want, that many rules you can write. Based on the priority, it is going to evaluate it. Okay, this is all about NSG, guys. And at the same time, if you want to create the NSG in a manual way, yes, you have that option. Just click on Universal Search Bar, just type NSG. If you click on NSG, what will happen? So right now it is going to show one NSG which has been created by default. So if you want to create new NSG, just click on create, and the resource group is RGNSG and name is NSG1. I am going to create in the same Australia East only. Just if you want to mention tags, mention review plus create. Just click on create. Once you click create, then the NSG security group will be created. We will have a look on it. Suppose once you had created this NSG, whatever the rules you want, you can specify here. Once you had specified here, so here I'm going to show out to you guys that is also, yes. Right now you had created the NSG1. So what you will do, you are going to allow inbound security rules. Here click on plus. Here I am going to allow source as any, and the source port is star, and destination is any, and the custom source is RDP. Here RDP I am going to allow. Here I am going to select 108. allow RDP access. Okay, here in this NSG, what I had done, I just put in the priority 108 as a priority number in order to allow the RDP access. Just click on add. Okay, the rule has been successfully added. Just what you need to, you need to apply this NSG on top of the VM, or you can apply on top of the subnet as well. Here my requirement is I need to apply on top of virtual machine. Go to virtual machine, go to network settings. Here where I can be able, so here I need to select the network interface because I need to apply on top of NIC only. Na? So select the VM NIC. Here go to network security group. Here you need to select NSG 1, and once you select the, here you are saved the, means you are going to change the network security group. So just click on save. Right now which NSG has been applied on top of the NIC? The NSG one which I am going to apply on top of the virtual machine. The name of the virtual machine is VM1. So right now the NSG1 is going to allow the RDP access or not? Yes, it is going to allow the RDP traffic to your virtual machine. So the same, if you want to check it, just click on the virtual machine and click on connect, and download RDP file and open the RDP file. Just click on connect. Then it is asking you password. Means here in the NSG1 I am going to allow the traffic. In this way we can be able to use the basic NSG. At the same time we can be able to create our own NSG as well, and whatever the rules which we want we are going to define there, and once we have successfully defined there we are going to attach the NSG to NIC of the VM. Suppose if you want to apply on top of multiple or group of virtual machine, what you will do, you are going to apply the NSG on top of subnet. Okay, this is the guys. So here if you want to show the same thing, here where the subnets is there, so here inside of the virtual networks, so go to the virtual networks. I am going just go to virtual networks, click on the virtual network one which I have, and here go to subnets. Here go to subnet 1. Here you have the option NSG. So which NSG you want? If you want, you can apply here. So suppose if I want to apply NSG1, here I can apply. Save. Guys, you hope. So right now, whatever the VMs which I am going to create inside of the subnet, all the missions by default will have the RDP access. In this way, we can be able to apply the NSG on top of NIC or on top of subnet. Guys, this will be, I hope this session will be more understandable to you, and I hope you guys enjoy this session. Okay, anyway, and this is about the NSG. So in next session, I'm going to start another session like on another topic. So if you like my video, please comment, and at the same time please share this video with your friends, and please subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon as well. Whenever I had uploaded any kind of new videos, then you will be able to get the new notifications. Then thank you so much guys for your queries, and as I told you earlier, if you are looking for the material, just please put your email ID in the comment section. Accordingly, I'm going to add your email ID to the Google Classroom. Then you will have some kind of wonderful content. It will be I'm sure that will be definitely helpful for you while doing practices from your end as well. Okay guys, thank you so much. I will meet up you in the next session with the new topic. Until signing off, thank you, bye bye.